Alright. Another day on the lake here. Out in the woods. You know, kind of where I like to be. I don't know if anybody saw my video the other day on fire kit. It was a pretty cloudy day here when I did that. And I was trying to light a fire, or light one of these wicks with a Fresnel lens. It looks like I might get a little bit of cooperation out of us all today. We'll have to see. So anyway, I brought my little fire kit out here. And I grabbed up a box of leaves. Because that's what I got. Leaves ain't necessarily the best. But they will work. A little more work, but they will work. I got a few sticks over here, some small ones and a little bit bigger ones. I don't know how big a fire I'm going to start, or if I'm going to start one. I'm going to do it over here on this stump. And try to keep it in the frame is what I'm going to try to do. Anyway, I got 3 reasons for being out here this morning. And that ain't one of them, because I can do that anywhere. But, Mike, that's a good day for a walk on the beach, don't you think? Hmm? Oh, yeah. Anyway, coffee. I'm awake, so I need coffee. 3 reasons for being out here today. Number 1, these things, these wicks, I've been using them, and I just started making them myself. Am I on the damn camera? These wicks, start that. These wicks, anyway. Anyway, these wicks I've been using for a while, and I just started more or less making them myself. I've been using the wick. They work. I think Dave Canterbury was the one that first time I saw somebody use a charred wick. It works. But these are treated with the KN03, and they work a lot better. They just do. So, 3 reasons for being out here today. Number 1, show how to char that wick for the first time. If you got one that ain't been charred, you want to char it the first time, nothing to it. I'll show how that's done. Second reason, if you saw my video the other day, you know how much trouble I had getting a fire going with my Fresnel lens. And starting a fire with a Fresnel lens usually ain't no biggie. If the suns are shining, you can do it. It just works. They just do. So, that's the second reason. The third reason is because Mike from the Watchman News threw out a fire challenge for this weekend. Said go out and make a fire without using a lighter. So, you know, I'm going to do it without a lighter, but I'm going to show how to burn the wick with a lighter, because that's how you get that charred. You take a lighter, take my band off of it, and just to start your char, all you want to do is light it. And that stuff's going to burn and pop and fall off on your hands, so it's going to get hot. Because they burn hot. And to put that out, I made these. Ain't nothing but some aluminum flashing. and I bent it around a carpenter square, and then wrap some aluminum tape around it, stuff that won't melt. And you can see it's burning. I slide that in there like that. And what are we going? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I slide that thing out of there, and it's cold. Nothing to it. Okay? So there's your wick. Let me put my lighter away here. I'm going to stretch that band out and get that band right down in that groove there. Wrap it around again. Now, that button is real hard to move. So you're not likely to just throw it in your kit there and when you need it, open it up and it'd be an empty lighter because all the butane leaked out of it. Coffee. So, first off, I'm going to light the wick with the Fresnel lens. And then, I'm going to try to use the Fresnel lens to light some of these leaves over here that would I could use maybe to make a fire. Let me crunch up some of these leaves. They kind of need to be a big old handful of them, and crunch them up, tear them up some, because you need small fibers. Like I say, grass and stuff works better because you can kind of deal with it a little bit better. You keep it together. This here stuff breaks off into itty bitty pieces, and it don't make it easy. But anyway, there is a bunch right there. I'm pointing at it so I can see it on this camera screen. Make sure I'm looking at it. I'm going to do most of it right here, I expect. Alright. When you use a Fresnel lens or any magnifying device to start a fire, you'll notice this is square, so it kind of throws a square light. As you bring it closer, it gets pointy. And that's the point. That's where you get your fire at. And if you move these lenses around, I'm hoping that my hand ain't in there, but as you move these lenses around, you see how that kind of throws off that point. So you got to find it more or less, you want it to be pointed right at the sun. And you use the smallest dot you can. Now can you see how fast that lit? That's burning. Put it out. Just a few seconds. You can see it's out. Okay? We'll do it again. Throw that down. Get that Fresnel lens down there to a point. Put it on that char. See how fast that started smoking? Can you tell that's burning? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this out. I'm going to go in the house and grab me a couple of matches. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Couple stick matches. The only thing, a couple reasons maybe. See this? That ain't burning. It's out. See that dot? See that? Do it again. Put it out. I'm just going to hold it like that for a second. Cold. I'm hoping I'm on the camera with this stuff, but it's cold. Fresnel lens, dot. How long was that? Okay, they work. That's number one. I tell you what, let's see if I can do this. Okay. You see that's burning. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is come over here to this stump. See if I got this stump in the picture. Hand in there? Yeah, okay. The camera won't zoom out no more. I'll take this leaves right here. Kind of make an indent in the middle of them. Take my wick, stick it in there and blow on it some. Like I say, leaves ain't the best. Put this out. Leaves ain't the best. See, they done went out. No, they did either. There's fire. Is it on camera? Was that fun or what? So there's a fire with a Fresnel lens and a wick. You see there's still a lot of sap and stuff in them leaves. They ain't really dry. That's what makes them a little bit hard to light like that. I guess while this burns I can vape a little bit and have me some coffee out of my coffee cup. Fresnel lens fire with a wick. Now, Fresnel lens by itself, you can get it to light leaves, but it's tough because they're just not bunched up enough together and they don't stick together enough to really make it worthwhile. Better off finding some dry grasses and stuff. I'm gonna knock that shit off. And I'm gonna grab another bunch. Grab some more leaves there and crunch them up a little bit, set them down there. And put my Fresnel away. Yeah, it's got a little magnet in the top of that lid there. Holds them in place pretty good. Yeah, I gathered sticks and stuff, but I'm not going to light a big fire. Alright. Ferro rod. This is a big one. It's a 1/2 inch by 6 inches. Leaves. Leaves just ain't that easy to start. Even with a Fresnel in, or ferro rod. But they will start. You just got to get it. There we go. Fire. Ferrocerium rod. Leaves. Like I say, leaves ain't the best. That's fire number 2. Right? That calls for a little coffee. Maybe a vape too, what the hell. Better drip me some. It's the old dark horse. Been around for a few years. I like it. So anyway, fire number 2, right? Oh, I showed these things the other day. Little blow tube. They work real good. I don't even have it open all the way. They work real good. I put these in all my kits now. There's fire number 2. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Mike from the Watchman News, he said something about maybe starting 3 fires, or 3 different ways of starting fire. So I'm gonna see. I know damn good and well it's so bright out here you ain't gonna see this shit. But let's try this. See if I can make this thing work. I know you can't see that, can you? I'm trying to shade it a little bit. There you can see them sparks. You see that? I reckon that wraps up fire 3 ways, don't it? Just saying. Let me put all my junk away here. And I go in and throw this card at the computer and make a damn video. How about that shit? So, throw that in there, throw that in there. You probably ain't worried about seeing that, but there it is. Throw that in there. And I got 2 wicks in there now. Put the lid on it. Make sure it's got them magnets at that end, so there's nothing down there they can magnetize to and come off. Take these and strap them around there. Get on there. Okay. Do it like that. Trying to do it where I wouldn't block it, but oh well, what the hell. There's my kit. Still got a couple of them left over. Got a box to burn later. Three ways to make a fire. Bye.